Hello, my crafty friends. Well, this is a kind of a supply heads up video for Monday night's project in our Lapbook. And what I'm going to do Monday night is make a kind of accordion, a little bit of an accordion pocket with an extra pocket on the front that will glue right down into your Lapbook. And then on this page, we're going to do some cascading pockets. So you'll need a file folder for this. I'm going to use a legal size file folder because, and I wouldn't have to because I did end up cutting off some, but so I have enough to just fold this back and not have to cut out an extra piece to gusset it. And that saves you a little bit because you only have to have 3 folds instead of 4. Well, I guess it's still technically 4, but anyway, I'm going to just fold it back from this instead of it being a separate piece that I add in. But if you only have a small file folder, you can just use that and use 2 of them and maybe get your cascading pockets also out of the second file folder. I'm going to use Velcro as my closure for this. You can do a ribbon or whatever you want. You will also need some paper, some pretty papers of some kind to decorate this. I didn't decorate this one. It was just to kind of show you what we're making. One thing, this particular file folder has plastic across here to reinforce the spine. But even my art glitter glue doesn't want to stick really well to that. See? It's just not sticking. In fact, the glue, you don't feel any glue on that plastic at all. So you either need to use some really heavy-duty glue or use a file folder that does not have this plastic reinforcement. Learned that the hard way. So I'm going to use this green one to make mine. And then we'll, like I said, we'll use one of these to fasten it. And also, let me get this out of the way here. For our cascading pockets, you can either use a file folder to make your pockets, or you can use some cardstock, whichever you want. Or you can use a heavy card scrapbook paper, and then you don't have to decorate it. But some kind of something pretty to decorate it with as well. Also, I'm going to work this time and put my spine in, my Midori style spine in. And what I'm going to use to do that, I'm going to do it, I've never seen anybody do it this way, but I don't see why you can't. I worry about my elastic going bad, and if I glue down the piece to here, then I can't get it back up to replace my elastic. But I don't want my Midori stuff to come through all of this. I think I couldn't get an eyelet in there for one thing, and it would be very hard, even with my big bite, to go through that thick piece of leather plus the thick book board. So I'm going to cut a really heavy piece of chipboard, like the back of a watercolor pad or something. I'm going to cut a piece of it to go in here. Almost the width of this. I just leave a little border, you know, for the fabric to show. And then I'm going to cut my holes in this and cover this with something pretty and put my elastic through it, my eyelets and my elastic through it. And then I'm going to put several of these Velcro dots on it and stick it down. Now I will glue those Velcro dots to the fabric, because I don't think they will stick otherwise. But this way it can come up, and I say that, and then the glue might go right through that. Well, we may just try it. But it's not like I'm going to be pulling on this a lot. And when the book's shut, this will be leaning up against it and more like holding it in. So there's not going to be anything encouraging these to come loose. So I think it will work. If it doesn't, then we'll work out something else. But that's my plan. So you'll need at least one, maybe two file folders, some cardstock, some pretty paper, some chipboard, some dots, some elastic if you're going to do what I'm doing, um, glue, corner rounder if you have it, big bite, tape, double-sided tape if you want to use that. The way I'm doing this, and the double-sided tape might work down here. I didn't think about that. That might actually be a good plan. Let's just, oh, well, the rest of it did glue down, so on the sides. Well, I'm just going to stick a little bit under there and see. But I didn't use double-sided tape because I didn't want to lower the amount of pocket that I had, because you know how if I had really, really thin double-sided tape, and I do have some, but for this practice one, I'm just going to leave it like this. As you can tell, I don't use this very much, so I'm not real adept at it. Okay, but if we put this down really good, and if you put some glue inside where that tape is, then the tape wouldn't stick to whatever you put in the pocket. But we're going to tape this down and see. And I didn't go all the way across because, like I said, this is just practice. I just want to see if this is going to hold to that plastic. Yeah, and it does. So the combination of this and your glue would be a good choice for this this pocket down here. And we do so we're gonna, that's all you're gonna need. Blah, sorry. God bless you, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye bye.